Hey guys, we are back with another BuzzFeed Unsolved reaction video. This one is the haunted halls of the Morris-Jumel mansion. Let's watch it.
Holy moly. This looks like the Haunted Mansion.
It does. Well, the haunted mansion in Disneyland and Disney World were inspired by Louisiana, like this type of architecture.
Wouldn't mind shacking up in here.
No, this is the nicest house I've ever seen.
That being said, it is horrifying. Should I knock?
Do three knocks. Mock the Holy Trinity.
Dude.
Hello?
So nice, it's good. It's just nice knocking threes.
This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we investigate the Morris-Jumel mansion as part of our ongoing investigation into the question, are ghosts real?
No.
Heh.
You son of a bitch.
The oldest standing home in Manhattan played host to everyone from George Washington to
Manhattan,
Alexander
that's nice.
Hamilton, and once was even the private residence of former Vice President and infamous dueler Aaron Burr.
Oh
an
yeah,
occupant who some
that
say
guy.
may have never left.
Uh-oh.
Scary.
He's a ghost now.
Yes, we got that.
It's nice to go to a nice metropolitan location, rub elbows with them city folk.
We got some famous ghosts here. We got, like I said, George Washington, Alexander Hamilton, Aaron Burr.
Yeah.
Burr in particular. What would you say to that guy if given the chance, and you will have the chance?
I guess I'd be kind of curious to know what they think of like the Beatles or something. Like, did you see Jurassic Park? Can you venture over to a movie theater?
Well, I think I'd probably ask Aaron Burr what it's like to be a loser.
Fuck
He's
yeah.
the only person I've known who, in winning, lost even more.
Oh yeah, he murdered
It's
someone.
Pretty funny.
Pretty funny.
And I got some fun little tricks for him. Let's get into it.
Completed in 1765, this stately mansion was the summer home for British Colonel Roger Morris and his family. Dubbed Mount Morris, the estate was situated on 135 acres of land, stretching between what is now the Harlem and Hudson rivers. The Morris family's time at the home would be cut short, however, as they were forced to vacate in 1776 upon the outbreak of the
Yeah, I
American
wouldn't want to live near there
Revolutionary
either.
War. And on September 14th, Mount Morris, a home named after a British colonel, became the headquarters for the Continental Army under the leadership of none other than General George Washington. Situated on one of the highest points in Manhattan, Mount Morris was perfect for strategizing, as it provided unobstructed views of Connecticut, New Jersey, and the entirety of New York Harbor.
I don't think I could handle being a general.
You're kind
Yeah.
Well, it's not that I'm a coward, it's just I'm very indecisive. Sometimes I'll go and order something on the menu and then I'll be like, oh, wait, can I change it?
You are like that.
And I can't do that in war. I can't
Yeah.
be like, wait, come back, boys. I changed my... Wait, no. Sorry. Fuck. I'm bad at this job. Can we take a timeout?
It is said that General Washington paced the floors of his office as he charted out movements for the troops under his command. In recent years, Carol Ward, the executive director of the museum now housed within the mansion, was leading a tour through the home when they all heard heavy footsteps coming from upstairs, even though, quote, no one was on the second floor, end quote.
Oh, that's
So this is
creepy.
the Washington War Room, and as the name would suggest, this is where Georgie boy plotted out his plan of attack.
The big man himself was in here.
Yep.
George, are you in here? Mr. President, could you open one of these drawers or wiggle one of the handles, George? Show us you're here. This guy was moving already. George, they often say they hear footsteps in here. Can you walk into the room, please? This is what we call a spirit box.
Oh, yeah. You know what? This is the only time, George, I'm excited about the spirit box. Would love to introduce this little piece of shit to a president. No, he doesn't.
He said not now. Why not now? Who is this?
Vinny?
Who am I speaking to?
What is it?
Are you gone now?
You think you get a response if they were gone? Of course you wouldn't get a fuck response.
They're done with us.
Yeah, wait, I don't know that they started with us.
Yeah.
No, they started with us.
Okay.
Go ahead and mark that one down as another point for the shame.
I thought we got some good responses there.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, by October 21st, General Washington was forced to retreat
man.
and Mount Morris fell back into
Darn
British
it.
hands, and for the remainder of the war, became the headquarters for British and Hessian armies. However,
What are
reports over
Hessians
the years
again?
implicate that one such soldier
Oh, they were German soldiers.
might have never left. Eyewitness accounts claim that the ghost of a drunk Hessian soldier can
Oh.
sometimes be found on the main staircase in the home. There are rumors, however, that said Hessian soldier actually died on that staircase, and that the eyewitness accounts of his drunkenness are in fact more likely of a man struggling to descend a flight of stairs in the tragic final moments of his life.
The infamous Hessian staircase. One of the museum attendants said that he actually fell into his bayonet. Hate when that happens.
Not ideal.
Yeah.
My name is Ryan.
My name is Shane.
What happened to you on this staircase? Can you tell us your name?
What did you say when you
Oh,
fell
wait a
down?
second. Stop moving.
What?
Say that. Could you say that again? No need to be shy. We just want to set the record straight. What was that? Is there somebody here with us right now? Can you make your presence known? Can you move something?
I wonder if it's a house settling.
What's your name on this staircase? What? Oh. What's your name?
Taco Bell? Jimmy?
I'm gonna get you. What happened on this staircase? What happened on this staircase? Were you drunk? Execute. Is there anybody even here with me right now?
I am.
I know that.
That's a beautiful spider.
I
Ugh.
certainly would like to know where that spider is at all times. Why would you want him to come up to you?
Dude.
After General Washington led the Continental Army to victory over the British in the American Revolutionary War, the sprawling estate was sold in order to cover war debts, then used as a tavern that once hosted a dinner by the now President George Washington. While there's been
Nice.
no reported supernatural evidence originating from that fateful night, the dining room of the mansion has had its share of unexplained phenomena. When a local news crew from New York toured the dining room, paranormal investigator Vincent Carbone called out, "Is anyone in the hallway?" A member of the mansion's staff distinctly heard a disembodied female voice
Oh.
answer, "No, just next to her."
This is Carbone guy.
I don't know, but he has a fun last name.
Yep.
Vincent Carbone, paranormal investigator. You got any ghosts here? Not anymore, because Vincent Carbone's coming.
I paint houses with ghosts.
Screwing on a silencer.
I got
Can
an
you kill
EMF
a
meter and
ghost?
a 9mm. Anybody want to say something to me? Vinny Bones, if you're watching this, please tweet at me.
We're fans. We know you're not a supernatural hitman.
That would be sick, dude.
Yeah.
Now this is the dining room. So, fair amount of activity in here. Eliza was also notoriously a flirt, and it said that this grandfather clock will wink at handsome men.
I was just, before you said that, I was like, did that clock wink?
Yeah, I don't think it did.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's an attractive clock.
Oh, you trying to butter it up?
No, I'm just, you know those people who like fall in love with like the Eiffel Tower and stuff? If I had to fall in love with an object, I think I'd kiss a clock and sort of go out on dates with it, or...
Do you want to bang this clock?
No, but I'm saying if I had to, I would. So this painted face,
He's gonna wink. Yeah.
the paint on this surface will animate and it will wink. This is the weirdest
Am I handsome? How about now?
Don't do that to the clown.
Why not?
Well, anyway, last chance. Give us a smooch.
Oh, maybe that's what she wants.
Ah, this is so annoying.
I heard footsteps.
Anybody here with us? Perhaps George Washington or some soldiers? If there's anybody here with us, can you make your presence known? Can you say our names back to us, Ryan or Shane?
Or call
Can
him
you
an
move
idiot.
something? Give it up, man. It's not gonna wink at you.
Yeah, thought maybe.
After the tavern went out of business, the mansion was purchased by wealthy merchant Morris-Jumel and his wife Eliza. Stefan was from the south of France and had emigrated to the US shortly before he met Eliza Bowen, who at the time was working as an extra at a New York theater. A classic rags to riches story with a bit of a twist. Eliza was born the illegitimate daughter of a sex worker
whatever.
and reportedly pretended to be terminally ill in order to convince Jamel to marry her, citing matrimony as her last dying wish.
Smart
You gotta be
woman.
kind of cracked if you're gonna lie about being terminally ill. That's a mean thing to do.
Well, you wouldn't recommend that?
No. You
Interesting.
think she was like, oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Thank you. Well, I'm feeling better. Let's get to wedding planning, huh?
Yeah, do you think she was it a gradual thing? Was she like day by day just getting better? Like, oh, I'm feeling a little better today. Or was it actually just like she puts it on and it's like the last Infinity Stone for Thanos?
After marrying in 1804, Stefan would purchase Mount Morris 6 years later in 1810. Eliza negotiated $2,000
That's a good
off
price.
the asking price because rumors of the property being haunted were already
Oh.
rampant. Reportedly, Eliza's own adopted daughter refused to stay in the house alone, and witness accounts confirm her greatest fears with compelling evidence of the supernatural coming from the one room that is situated below ground.
The basement.
Located in the basement lies what was once the Morris-Jumel mansion's kitchen. Visitors have reported witnessing swaying pots in a fireplace that's been sealed for years, hearing disembodied voices and unexplainable sounds as something or someone moves through the room unseen.
It's a little dank down here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dank, man.
Now, this place has said to be more active as of late. Is there anybody down here with us? I feel like we're not
What is
alone.
it?
So show yourself, please.
What was that? Was that just a house?
Bullet. We've got Ryan. We've got Shane. Here, one night only, ready to talk to you on this godforsaken contraption. Just speak into the microphone. Holler. Just do the best you can to form a single word.
What's the name of this place? This house?
Come on, say Jumo.
Who do you work for?
Come on.
Who do you work for?
Christoph.
What's your name?
I don't think you like Shane.
Can you say my name back to me, Ryan?
Wait a sec. What did the ghost say?
Can you say my name back to me, Ryan? Jesus. You're in bad shape, buddy.
Every time you play it, I think it drains life out of my body.
As for who the ghosts are that reside within this haunted mansion, that is still up for debate. But the answer may lie in an event that took place almost 60 years ago in front of a group of school children. In 1964, a
What
school
did I
teacher
see?
brought their students up to Mount Morris for a field trip. The mansion's curator was running late, so the school teacher let the children play on the front lawn until they arrived. As the children played, an old woman wearing a violet dress walked out onto the second floor balcony, looked down at the children, and said, quote, "My husband is very ill. You have to keep quiet." End quote. The children obliged, and when the
Well, they were
curator
polite to the
finally
ghost.
showed up, they told her what had happened, thinking the old woman in the violet dress was a reenactor from the time period and part of the tour. The school
yeah.
teacher, having seen the old woman as well, backed up the children's version of events. Confused, the curator told the group that the house was empty and padlocked, and that no such woman existed. But as the group climbed the large winding staircase just inside the mansion, they passed a large portrait hanging on the wall. Pointing to the woman in the painting, the children said, quote, "That's her. That's her." Stunned, the curator explained that that's impossible, as the woman in the painting was Eliza-Jumel, and she had died over 100 years ago.
That's a ghost.
That's a pretty
Yeah.
good tale over there.
By the way, I just the whole reenactors thing reminded me of something like in Solvang during Danish days. There are some people that wear like traditional Danish dress. One of the local museums teaches people how to like do stuff that they used to do in Denmark, like pre-industrialization, I think. And I know La Primissima has Living History Days, and they even cook tortillas from scratch.
The other thing would be cool is if we saw the painting and we were like, yo, that's that lady. And then I was like, oh, what? Let's look around. So then we look back at the painting. She's gone.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be.
Oh, like she hopped
And then
out of the
we're like,
frame?
Yeah, that'd
"Where'd
be
she go?"
cool.
And then from behind us we go, "Hey boys!" And we turn around and go, "Huh?" And she's like, and then she flies away.
Audrey Braver, the Morris-Jumel Home's museum director in the early 1980s, reported that it is unlikely such an event occurred, chalking it up to a planned hoax or performance at the time. However, she was unable to provide proof of such a hoax, and despite her ongoing denial of all things supernatural, Braver did admit that on occasion even she had odd interactions with young child visitors. In her own words, quote, "They'll refuse to walk down the hallway. They'll say, 'No, can't go down that hall. Bad things down there.'" End quote.
Eliza, I've very much
yeah.
been looking forward to meeting you. By
I'm
all
more likely
accounts,
to believe a
you're
kid that sees a ghost
hilarious
than
lady.
an
And
adult
there's a
that
lot
sees a
said
ghost.
about you, and this is an opportunity for you to clear it up.
Wouldn't it be crazy if, like, we looked at this long enough, we hear a little whisper behind us?
Yeah, like,
You boys like that picture of me? I never did.
Come on.
We know you like when there's parties around. You were a big socialite. We're party guys.
yeah.
Last night we went out in New York City and we painted this town with our vomit.
Ew.
Didn't we? Were pretty responsible. You're 30 now.
I'm trying to slow the mood.
Yeah. Oh, it was a scene, Eliza.
Like, I'm almost
Eliza.
30.
I only have one question for you now.
Will you marry me?
Dude.
That's his question. But mine is, do you like to party? My fair lady, I bid you adieu. I'll see you upstairs.
Aaron Burr?
Aaron Burr,
Go fuck yourself.
go fuck yourself. All right.
In
I
this
got
room,
scratchies.
our audio recorder picks up this male voice.
Oh.
Is this the voice of Vice President Aaron Burr? For Eliza-Jumel, things would take a turn in 1832, when Stefan reportedly fell off a carriage and landed on a pitchfork.
Oh.
Miraculously, he survived the fall and was taken home, but tragically died later that night. Upon his death, rumors swirled that Eliza had removed his bandages and let him bleed out. But the
Dude.
gossip surrounding her involvement in Stefan's death was based more on her outcast status
Really?
rather than actual facts.
Fucking assholes.
Some also believe the pitchfork story was rumored as well, and that Stefan likely just died from an illness such as pneumonia.
Yeah.
I mean, probably a good thing that pitchforks have largely gone out of fashion because
Exactly.
people had to be using those things left and right to murder, right?
Well,
Yeah.
This guy got killed like he was one of the victims in a Halloween film.
I know,
Like he got
just-
murdered by Michael Myers.
No, you gotta really You really gotta wind up on those things, huh? Because it's
Yeah.
really like a.
Yeah, he's like a teen banging on a haystack.
See, it knocked my damn hat off. I was murdering so hard.
That's why Michael Myers doesn't wear a hat.
That's right. That's why Michael Myers doesn't wear one of these hats.
I bet you he was in the mirror when he was trying things on, like the mask, and he was like,
Is this scary? Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop,
and then he started doing his like, no, it gets in the way.
Thinking they could get the truth from the man himself, a psychic visited the home years later and claimed to have summoned the spirit of Stefan Jumel. They reported that Stefan told them he'd been murdered by his wife and buried alive.
No.
This claim was challenged in 1965 when world-famous ghost hunter Hans Holzer held his own seance at the mansion and said that when he made contact with Stefan, all the spirit did was complain about his wife. Wanting answers, the staff at the mansion decided to hold their own seance in Eliza Jumel's bedroom, and even allowed a local radio station to broadcast it. But, quote, they got such foul language that it had to be cut off the air, end quote.
What are we doing here? Is it a seance? I'm staring at these olives.
What's
We're doing
with
a
the
classic
olives?
seance here. We're going to try and set the record straight, and let's just get into it. Right now, my name is, oh,
Hey, by the way, I set up the flashlight
yeah,
for you.
you have a mag light here.
I know you like that.
I do
so.
like that. We're reaching out right now to Eliza Jumel. We're sitting in your bedroom, and we'd like to communicate with you.
I'm wondering why no one has ever like dug up the body to see if the guy was buried alive or not.
That was Shane whispering.
I didn't whisper.
Yeah, you did. Come on.
Unbeknownst to us, our audio recorder did in fact pick up this chilling whisper moments before.
Eliza, we really just want to set the record straight here. There's a lot of misinformation out there. Some people think you murdered your husband.
If you murdered your husband, turn the light off.
And I'm going to need to see some intelligent responses for me to think that's actually you communicating with us. Turn the light off now if you didn't murder your husband.
Well, what is it, Eliza? If you think Aaron Burr was just a real hot slice of meat,
Yeah, a tall glass of water.
why don't you turn off that flashlight? For right now.
Is there anybody in here with us right now?
Oh boy. That thing startled me.
Can you say your name?
Say my name, Ryan. Say it to me right now if you want to talk. Going to club. Going to club? Bear with you.
Bad what?
I think we've been bearing with you.
Start speaking clearer. You seem like you're very frustrated right now.
I just really want to eat some olives.
Sadly, it was Eliza's choice in a second husband that would be the biggest threat to her future.
Oh
That
no.
man was Aaron Burr.
Uh-oh.
On July 1st, 1833, just over a year after Stefan's death, Eliza Jumel married former Vice President Aaron Burr. Eliza was 58 at the time of her marriage to a then 77-year-old Burr and had her own vast fortune and
Why,
extensive real estate holdings.
She's a smart cookie.
So why marry again? Because Eliza's union with Burr would provide the one thing she'd fought for her entire life: acceptance in high society.
Oh.
Despite his checkered past, Aaron Burr moved in the most elite circles of New York society, and by marrying him, she would finally be accepted and even began introducing herself as the, quote, Vice Queen of the United States, end quote.
Vice Queen? Yeah.
Oh, me? I'm the Vice Queen of the United States now. She doesn't have the greatest moral compass here,
No.
but she is funny. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
honestly, she seems like a good pair for
More
Burr.
like Vice
That's
First
true.
Lady.
Those two are kind of a match made in heaven.
Yeah, he's like a stone cold loser. She's a bit sketchy. Match made in heaven.
That's true. They could both be sketchy together
Yeah.
and live their sketchy life out to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple of skeeves.
It's destiny.
However, the marriage was a disaster, as Burr was a chronic debtor and
Oh,
spent
honey.
Eliza's vast fortune faster than she could invest it. And after a year, she'd had enough and filed for divorce. But the only reason one could divorce in 1834 was by proving that your partner had been unfaithful.
Oh, man.
So, she arranged for a servant to testify that they'd seen Burr, quote, disporting himself with a lover. End
Oh.
quote. Eliza also hired the one attorney who would be most effective against this particular opponent, none other than Alexander Hamilton Jr.
Hey, remember that guy you shot unfairly and then it ruined your life? I'm gonna bring
Oh.
him in. He's gonna do the divorce.
Yeah, she's a twisted lady.
Evil
Very
queen.
funny.
Yeah.
Very, very funny.
I do like that she married him to get ahead in life, and then he just spent all her money.
That is
Yeah.
very funny.
I admire that.
Never one to step down from a duel, Burr fired back, saying that Eliza had been unfaithful to him with 8 men.
Oh, no.
Eliza's claims were more believable, and on
Yeah.
September 14th, 1836, the divorce finally went through. The same day, Aaron Burr died.
Way to go, queen.
This guy,
Rough Tuesday.
this guy just keeps getting wrecked over and over and over again. I've never seen a man
Good
lose
for her.
so many battles in a row. It's kind of crazy.
As he lay dying, a clergyman reportedly asked the former vice president about his thoughts on the afterlife. Forever the politician, Burr simply answered, quote, on that subject, I am coy, end quote. Indeed he is, as it's still unclear where exactly Aaron Burr is currently spending his afterlife. Paranormal investigator Vincent Carbone says there is plenty of supernatural activity in Burr's former bedroom at the Morris-Jumel mansion that could prove the former vice president is still
Or was
very
someone
much
else
in
in that
residence.
room?
Well, we've
Who was in the room before Aaron Burr?
arrived at Aaron Burr's room, America's notorious loser. By the way, this is one of the only known busts of Aaron Burr. Hello, sir. All right, Mr. Burr, Mr. Vice President, as you probably
What the
get
fuck?
a stiffy when you hear that.
Look at this. Did you see this little? I know we have things to do, but it's a little beetle. That's neat. I gotta get one.
What
of those for
is
my
it?
home.
Right now, we are reaching out to Aaron Burr. We've been doing this all night. I'd love to see you. I'd love to ask you what you were thinking when you shot Hamilton.
At this moment, our producer hears whistling coming from somewhere in the house.
Where was it coming from? Really quick, let's do it.
Shag ass though.
Where could that be coming from?
Oh, they got a donation box.
Who's down here whistling? You're not supposed to be here. Anybody down here? This is the basement.
Oh,
Mother of pearl.
was that it?
You to jump a little bit.
Fuck me, that scared the shit out of me.
After the investigation, we reviewed an audio recorder and camera left in the basement. What we found is perhaps one of the clearest pieces of evidence we've ever captured.
Oh, that was
Also
whistling.
found in our evidence review was more whistling coming from other parts of the house, specifically in the very room we returned to, Aaron Burr's bedroom. Is this the whistling of former Vice President Aaron Burr?
My thought is, I think it's a person whistling.
So you think somebody broke into the house?
No, I think someone may have been idly whistling and not paid attention to it. I know
Yeah,
Lauren
that
was
could
down
be
there
it
doing the
too.
IT stuff. It's possible he could have whistled.
This is often the skeptic's argument when the evidence is too strong. They'll just say, well, obviously, it's made up or someone's lying.
I go to the most logical thing, which is I think someone was whistling. It's possible someone was whistling. I think we can chalk it up to human error and someone being like, I don't think I was whistling.
And
no,
then-
I wasn't whistling. Or there could have been someone outside. We had cars going by. I heard the radio a few times from outside. This happens
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, but would that
Whistles
play?
carry is the thing.
This happened throughout the entire shoot. This is only 2 of the clips.
Maybe someone was going on a walk outside, past the block a couple
You're right.
times.
Someone went on a 5-hour walk. did a circle around the Morris-Jumel mansion.
I've whistled before without even thinking about it. So I'm gonna assume someone whistled.
So,
Yeah, I mean, I
official explanation,
like a
just so I can
pug.
make that clear after all the bullshit.
Someone's whistling.
Someone whistled. We said, hey, is that you whistling? They said, no. Well, if that was by accident, please don't whistle anymore. And they went, got it. What time is it? Oh, 11 p.m.? Let's keep going till 12 a.m. You know what? Why don't I keep whistling till 2 o'clock in the morning because I love whistling and claiming I'm not whistling.
Right.
Well, I think you've dug yourself enough of a hole there.
I don't think it's ghost.
Aaron Burr, do you regret shooting Alexander Hamilton? If you need a
I don't
refresher,
think he does. Did he regret it? I don't think he did.
that's him right there. His name is on our money because he's a very, very famous and successful and decorated man. Where's your dollar bill? They actually made a play about this man. It's called Hamilton. I don't want to spoil it for you, but you don't have the greatest part in this one. Do you think you have an unfair reputation, Mr. Burr? Vice President Burr. Can you say my name back to me? That's Ryan. To let me know you want to communicate. Are you happy with your life, Aaron?
Oh.
You're gonna have to. Virgin. Virgin?
What?
She said it.
Did the ghost call them virgins?
Let me see that $10 bill. Is he like?
It's funny. It's a funny bit.
Classic bit, but I'm also, it's not a bit. Okay, where are we headed?
An audio recorder left in Aaron Burr's room picked up these voices. Is this the voice of former Vice President Aaron Burr? To find out, we'll investigate his room and the second floor individually.
Get up there and find some ghosts.
Okay, you just holler when it's time for me to come back down. Okay, it's time for another solo investigation. This is when I, the person who doesn't believe in ghosts, walk around a bunch of dark rooms and I say a bunch of dumb bullshit to fill the time. I just want to admire some of the finer pieces in here. Look at this.
That's a cool mirror.
vanity.
It's the same story every time we get up in the house. I feel very safe, and then I'm left to my own devices and I lose my mind. It's honestly hilariously clockwork-like at this point. I might be the only ghost hunter who doesn't want to see a ghost.
Any ghosts around? Look at, holy shit.
What is it?
Look at this clock. Let's appreciate this.
Yeah, it's a cool
Is that a thing
clock.
of beauty or what? I thought we'd already seen the 2 sexiest clocks in the house. But boy, was I wrong. God damn.
I'm sure the big guy's having a blast up there. Honestly, he's pretty tired right now. I bet you he's just laying down and sleeping.
Easy all the way up his sinuses.
You have fun up there?
Yeah, there's a lot to admire up there.
A lot of history?
Yeah, well, just some nice pieces.
Well, let's just get this over with.
I pass this to my brethren in ghoul hunting. All right, get on up there!
Yay!
By the way, it was really scary.
Oh yeah, she said it every
It
time.
was really scary.
Oh, I'm sure it was, pal.
I'm gonna have nightmares about it.
Yeah.
My bed is gonna be wet.
Oh, this is
Dude.
awful. Per usual. Well. Look who it is. Me, ya boy.
And the crackles are back.
This is your chance to grab glory and murder the internet's favorite ghost hunter in cold blood. I hope you take advantage of it.
But if my baseline is not generally scared of these places, this was like 10 steps below that. It's just a really nice house.
Yeah.
It was nice to walk around up there and look at nice things.
Yep.
It's a nice change of pace from, the shitholes we usually go to.
My hair's standing up, but I think it's just because I'm fucking scared.
Yeah.
Wow, this is rather horrifying. Mr. Burr, I was talking a lot of trash earlier, and this is the time to really stick it to me. Show yourself. All right, folks. You leave me no choice. My name is Ryan. Can you say Ryan back to me to show me you want to talk? Eliza, are you in here?
I'm sure Ryan's being very thorough up there, asking the spirit box for clarifying statements, which it never once has given him.
Stefan, did your wife murder you? Yes or no? No? Anybody with me down here? Boy, do I hate these. Say my name, Ryan, if you want to communicate. No?
How was it up there? Real scary?
I didn't enjoy it, but I never enjoy it, so.
No.
You know, when do I ever get what I want?
Did you hear anything?
Not really, to be honest.
Oh.
Let's walk on out of here. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
I'd like to leave.
Adios, Georgie, all the other dudes and the lady and their kids.
Au revoir, Stefan. Oh, wait. Apparently, if you don't say goodbye to Eliza, she will follow you home, so. Oh. Goodbye, Eliza. It's been nice. Thanks for having us over. Follow me on Instagram or something.
It's a gorgeous house.
Can't wait to see it ever again.
The
It is a very
impressive
nice
history
house.
of the Morris-Jumel mansion is undeniable, a living piece of American history that hosted a veritable who's who of our founding fathers, as well as the extraordinary self-made woman who owned the sprawling estate. But whether Eliza and Aaron Burr still roam these hallowed halls will remain unsolved.
I was honestly on Eliza's side during her divorce. I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, come on, close.